Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, and this week we're going to take a short break from Playmaker football.
Yeah, because you have some other things to show us
Yes,
here.
I wanted to highlight this player that I've been telling you about, RecV5X. The player that you must draft in Season 2 of The Magicians if the random player pool turns out to be the same.
Yep.
Because I'm in the practice league here, obviously, and what I did was I went through the draft and drafted players and all that just so that I could play practice games with the Magicians, right?
Yep.
Because I'm working on developing their defense. But this player, Ethan Vance, is a special player. Okay, he is the guy who would be a slightly better version of Kelvin Allen.
Okay.
He has 98 speed
Yep.
and 98 acceleration. And I wrote down some of his characteristics here. He also has 80 agility and 64 for breaking tackles.
Yeah, he sounds like he's going to be a halfback if he ends up on my team.
If the draft rolls out the same way, right?
Yep.
I don't know whether that's something that's preset just in the franchise. You know, like if you make duplicate franchises, I don't know whether the draft would come out differently, but I'm really hoping for us that it comes out the same as it did for the practice league, because this guy is a once in a franchise mode player. Okay. He is like even better than Kelvin Allen was as a rookie, I think. And he's playing wide receiver right now in the practice league because that's actually what he is. He's a wide receiver. Okay.
Yep.
That being said, I think that he would also make a very good halfback, which would be also a deep receiving threat on some of those audibles that you use where you occasionally will send Kelvin Allen or somebody like that on a streak down the middle of the field, right?
Yep.
But anyway, here we go. This is basically the simple pass audible out of the wishbone split left, with Ethan Vance playing left wide receiver here. And I just wanted to watch. There's nothing really special about this except watch this guy. Okay, so the play starts. He's running the flat route.
Yeah, we run this play all the time.
We run this play all the time, but look at this. He has to turn around because the ball's thrown a little bit behind him even. But look at this. He just takes off like a rocket, and he literally runs away from that corner.
He's so fast. I guess even the corner can't cover him, can't keep up with him, can't anything.
You can see here that he is widening, even though this is relatively close to the goal line. Like this was only about a 25-yard play.
Yep.
Well, once he catches this ball and turns upfield, he's actually opening the distance between him and that corner.
Even while turning.
Like this is a speed mismatch, right? And cornerbacks for the Knights are actually not that bad. Like they do have decent speed.
Yep.
You know, they're not deficient in that way.
This guy's just ridiculously
fast. This guy
is
is ridiculously fast, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the first little replay that I wanted to show. The second one is something really special.
Ooh, all right.
Yep. So we'll pause for a moment and then we'll come back.
And we're back, and we appear to be looking at a kickoff.
Yes. In fact, you know what? I have played this game for over 22 years. And I think this is the first time that this has ever happened on all-pro difficulty for me, right?
Wow.
So I actually am playing a game against the Spitfires, who are a cupcake team. But nevertheless, we have played numerous games against cupcake teams over the past 22 years.
Yep.
And neither of us have ever done this, but like here it is. And again, this is Ethan Vance, okay? Because he also has a very high kick return rating. So on the practice Spitfires, he is also the kick and punt returner.
Yep.
Right? So here he is. He receives the kickoff at about the 6-yard line. And here we go. And you can see that the blocking is actually setting up pretty good upfield here.
Yep.
Right? And so I get a block there and I get a block there. And those guys are holding their blocks up nicely. This guy here is the last guy who's loose on the outside, right? But Ethan Vance, because he can break tackles, actually breaks that guy's tackle
Yep.
Like he sort of hurdles out of it.
And then he's faster than that guy.
And then he's faster than this guy. And he's faster than this guy. And he's faster than all of these guys. And he actually manages to get out there and turn the corner. The ref backer is caught out of position. Because remember that one memorable time when you nearly did this?
Yep.
And you ran into the ref backer and then the guy chasing you from behind caught you. But anyway, look at this. He's still opening up space, right?
Yep.
And there you go, folks.
He's literally the fastest player on the field.
The first time in 22 years of playing this game, or 22 years and plus and counting, I do not remember ever returning a kickoff for a touchdown in this game, ever.
Yeah, it's basically almost impossible.
It's almost impossible. And in fact, even though the blocking and everything's set up very nicely here,
you still had to break tackle.
You still had to get a broken tackle. And I mean, I can't take credit for doing that. I was just trying to, run as fast as I could, right?
Yeah, that's just his native break tackle ability coming in.
That's just his native break tackle ability coming in. And I'm not sure who this player is. I may know him. No, some guy named Malone. Okay, so
new draftee from in between seasons.
He's a new draftee from in between seasons for the Spitfires, and obviously, either he's a little weak in tackling,
or he just got unlucky.
He just got unlucky. Also, his position was not ideal, right?
Yep.
And Ethan Vance here can break tackles. He's got a very good break tackle rating for a wide receiver. Like on the level of, some halfbacks.
Yep.
And so there you go, folks. Kickoff return for a touchdown, and he scores running away, right? These guys are all defensive backs, right? So, and a wide receiver there by the looks of it. But you know what? None of them can match his speed. So there you go, folks. We need to watch when we do begin the next season for the Magicians. Ethan Vance, if the draft rolls out the same, he has to be our first round pick.
Well, he's always the player that the kind of player that I'm looking for, right?
Yeah. Well, but, he has to be. He has to be our first round pick, because what I've found is if you pay attention and if you draft wisely, you can always find that once in a franchise mode player, right? That once in a lifetime player. Like for my Spitfires franchise, that once in a lifetime player is defensive tackle Roman George.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. With the 99 acceleration.
With the 99 acceleration and mid 90s strength, right? Well, like for the Spitfires, I guess you could say that player was Calvin Allen.
Or sorry, for the Crusaders.
Yeah, for the Crusaders, pardon me. For the Crusaders, you could say that player is Calvin Allen. We haven't really found a player like that for the Lifers just yet.
Soon.
Like we haven't drafted a player like that for the Lifers, but sometimes that doesn't always happen early in a franchise either, because I didn't find Roman George until 6 or 7 seasons into the Spitfires franchise. Right?
I think somewhat unusually, though, we have a much better general purpose offensive line on the Spitfires than we do on other teams, though.
Yeah.
So we're strong in different ways.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go. I just couldn't believe this. First time ever. Might be the last time. Yep, I get a high five for that one. Might be the last time for another 22 years. Who knows? But anyway, first time in over 22 years of playing this game that I scored a touchdown. Now we just need one of us to return a punt for a touchdown.
I don't know if that one's possible.
Well, you came close a couple of times. You never know. Anyway, we'll get on with the game here.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and we're going into week 5. And so far, it has been a pretty good season for us. We have already faced 2 all Madden teams and defeated them easily, and we beat our division rival, the Stingers, twice. So now we're up against the Carolina Kitties, who are an all Madden level defense.
But they're a little easier on offense.
Maybe. I mean, that depends. I think they do have some good players on offense. And if I'm not mistaken, these guys are one of those teams that can have a strong running game when they decide to use it. Right?
If they decide to use it.
Because I think they do have one of the stronger running backs in the league.
Yeah, I've seen his name in the standings for like best running back and, other things like that multiple times.
Yeah. Can't remember his name right now, but I know that... okay, here we go. I know that they do have that ability to run the ball a little bit if they do decide to, but I think if they're going to keep the game close against us, they have to run the ball early and have some success at it.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing about these strong D teams is they all tend to have strong running backs.
Yep.
They're like Smash Mouth teams, and Smash Mouth teams didn't have offensive line.
Way back 20-something years ago, before I became as good at this game as I am now and learned all of the exploits and little ins and outs, I didn't use a cupcake team. I used a strong D team.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with that, too. That being said, of course, all of their players to watch are defensive players, right? But,
EA Sports welcomes you to another great NFL matchup. Welcome to this NFC matchup.
And here we are at home. And we won the toss, and we'll defend this end of the field.
They're lined up for the kick.
I'm surprised that the Kitties elected to receive, because quite often strong defense teams elect to kick the ball away, right?
Yep.
Because they put their trust in their defense.
Well, who knows? Maybe because they've managed to make various improvements on their offense, their philosophy has changed slightly.
Yeah, or sometimes the coaches move around and that kind of thing too, right?
Yep.
Between seasons, and they could have gotten a different coach too, with a different philosophy. That being said, unless something unusual happens between now and then, for next week, we'll probably go back and take at least one last look at Playmaker Football, because I want to dive into the offensive and defensive AI a little bit more, because we sort of didn't really do much more than scratch the surface of that last time.
I have no problem with that.
And, it would be interesting to look and see how it should have been a relatively simple thing for EA to have a floating intelligence control their computer-controlled teams, right?
Yep.
Even on the field in a game-by-game basis.
He got all of that one.
And there's Holman making the tackle.
So the offense sets up for its first drive of the game.
And I'm going to put my feet up and just watch you play for a few minutes.
It's 1st and 10. Waters, the lone back.
Oh, wow.
Yes, nobody blocked me there.
Yeah, you got real good penetration there, but that's what happens with some of these non-standard defensive alignments. And that's one thing we'll look at a little more closely, too. We'll look at some of the Vandals' defenses because, like your ends, your outside linebackers there are spaced a little wider than what they would be in a Playmaker Football Vandals defensive play. But the configuration is very similar, right? Like they play with basically what amounts to a 5-man line almost full time, right? Even if the guys on the outside on the ends play zones, right? Oh, you got the good pass rush through the middle again too, but that's what makes me wonder what determines the success or failure of a play, because sometimes it seems like things should be going their way, and the coverage breaks up the pass or whatever, and other times you get really good pressure.
Lewis with the stop at the 29-yard line.
Yeah.
2-yard gain.
Was that Waters?
No, that was, their running back, you mean?
Yeah, Waters.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I recognize the name.
Yeah, Waters, I recognize the name.
Waters, the deep back. Drops back.
Oh, look at
he
this.
scrambles.
Lewis makes the tackle at the 37.
He's a scrambling quarterback. Mickey Sellers. Yep, Mickey Sellers, right? I remember Mickey Sellers too.
Got him a first down.
And yes, he is a scrambling quarterback.
With the carry, Alford is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 44-yard line. And that was a gain of 7. And this is the 7th play of this drive. So they need about 3 here. Gets the pass off. No
Little pass defense there from Holman.
That's right.
The receiver just dropped it. I was watching him in practice the other day, and he didn't miss a ball. Looks like he just took his eye off that one.
Oh, they like their big sets, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said. Oh, there. That was just a little bit too clever.
Yeah, a bit too fancy out there.
Yep. And it looks like Greg May was not taken in. I think he just became the league leading sack getter now.
Yeah, that one sack was all he needed.
Yeah, because your right outside linebacker there, he was tied for the lead after the last game.
Fair catch called for.
And I think Greg May just passed him. Okay, here we go. See what I told you though, like they need to run the ball, right? Because they were having success running the ball. And then as soon as they try and get cute and throw a pass on 3rd down and short.
Well, I think the play action didn't help him either.
No.
That was a terrible decision.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my God.
John Mike Houston just scored a touchdown on a long bomb.
Wow. And that was against a all Madden safety, too. Or rather, like a strong defense safety.
Yep.
What the hell happened there? He was just way out of position by the looks of it.
If we look at the replay here, right? Look at this. See, they've got everybody up on the line. Yeah. So I don't think that's the safety. That's probably the corner, right?
Maybe. Well, it could be the corner on the outside, too.
Yeah, And, okay. Well, it looks like they had that. I think he's probably the safety because the safeties usually pick up man coverage on the running backs.
Yep.
Right? But if you look at the move, right, there's the move. And he actually bumps into that guy who's dropping off. That lineman is dropping off in a zone. And then
he manages to get away cleanly enough.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's not covering that very closely, right? You know, like I don't know why he's not covering that very closely.
Probably doesn't have the speed to keep up with him.
But that was just really sloppy coverage, right? Because he was literally wide open. And he was also so far behind the play that he had to try and make a diving tackle, right?
Well, that's why you don't crowd the line. Never crowd the line.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, though. We'll talk more about this next time around. But when we talk about an AI programming for the 77-yard touchdown pass, when we talk about play calling AI, I mean, even something, if they'd have done something as rudimentary as what they had going on in Playmaker football in 1989.
Basically, in that game, every play has a number that represents its priority for success or failure, right?
Yep.
And if the play is successful, they increase the priority of that play, if you set up the AI that way. And if the play is unsuccessful, they decrease the priority of that play until eventually, if they are unsuccessful at it enough, they eventually stop calling that play entirely.
Yeah. And what they did wrong on that defensive play, because they also had... Oh, yeah, well, that's that, you know, like, broken coverage and then wave in the air, right? Although that being said, that was after a play fake, right? But just the same, though, I mean, when they crowd the line like that, and then they weren't bringing pressure either, I think they were only rushing like 2, right? And dropping everybody else off. And when you have that many players close to the line, if you've got a decently fast wide receiver, well, corner routes literally destroy defenses that play like that, right?
Yep.
So good in pursuit that if you start trying to go east and west in the backfield, you're in trouble.
And the reason for that is because of the behavior of defensive backs who tend to turn toward the middle of the field in pass coverage, right? And I don't know why they do that, but they just do.
Here's what happened. The quarterback just didn't have a throwing lane for his pass.
Yeah, that was a spy there.
Yep. Well, you know what? Big old defensive end there, Alfred Lewis. He's not exactly a hands guy, but you know, I guess he takes up enough space. As John would say, he takes up a lot of space. Because this is an unusual defensive scheme that you're running here too, with only 2 defensive linemen, and you have no defensive tackles on the field, right? Like
That's
you
right.
basically
I have the defensive ends out there because they're faster, and if I need to drop them into a short zone, then they're better for that.
Yep.
And they're also a little better at doing the stunt thing in order to go and pick up on the guards and attack those gaps.
Yeah. So basically, what you're running is essentially a 2-4-5 most of the time. Right?
Yeah, it's 2-4-5. And then I have a 2-4-5 strong variant and a 2-4-5 weak variant for better pass rush up the middle.
Yep.
But my best zone defenses are out of the 2-4-5 standard.
That's what happened there.
And so when I'm deliberately going out there and calling 2-4-5, usually I'm starting out in one of those zone defenses, and then depending on what they call, I switch to something else. And you can play pretty good man coverage defense out of that too, because it is a symmetrical formation.
Hand it off. Bird makes the tackle.
I wasn't quite patient enough there to let my lineman get out in front of me.
He would have.
Yep. I should have held up and waited a little bit longer, and then he could have engaged that guy who actually made the tackle there. But I was a little bit impatient.
Drops back. Gets rid of it. And this pass
Well, Gaines juggled that one a little bit, but he did bring it in.
Yeah, he can really fire it in there when he needs to.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Number 6 with a man in motion. They give it to the halfback. Still running.
Nice.
Yep. That's what Gaines does, though, right? He's a tackle breaking, rather slow but strong running halfback, right?
Yep.
Changing the play now. Number 6.
And over here we got our speed guy, so maybe we can beat them to the end zone again. You never know.
Looking for an option. Throws to the end zone.
Well, White has 99 speed rather than 98, but
boy, oh boy.
Play of this drive. He sees something in the defense.
they're going to hold you to a field goal here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hands it off to the fullback.
Yep.
I could just tell by the way they were lined up.
22-yard
Yeah.
line.
Oh, well.
Gaines couldn't get out of the backfield.
I think it's scripted a lot of times too, right? You know, like the reason that the AI passes so much on third down and short, I think, is because it is scripted, right? Like, it's scripted to be a run for a no gain or a run for a loss at least half of the time on third down and 2 or less.
Well, on that one, what I was just looking at is I was just looking at the way they lined up the line, and they had the tackles lined up with the guards.
Yeah.
All right, and everybody else was like perfectly lined up with their man. And that kind of look, when I see that kind of look, it's just like there are usually no gaps in that line. And you'd think, well, maybe you could turn around and follow the center. Well, not really, oddly enough, because usually a linebacker gets in there, right?
2 scores to get back into this one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I could have tried something different there. Audible to the curls player, something instead. But that's why I that's why I pass so much on third down and short, right? Because unless they send the goal line defense out there, I can't hit those gaps, right?
Yes, because the goal line defense, for those who are unaware, is one of the poorest run defenses in the game. Just don't run the goal line defense if you want to stop the run.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Can't bring it down. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium.
Just about a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7. They'll play things tighter on the outside. Only one man back. Throwing.
Oh,
yeah. Broke a tackle. And
that's not normal.
Nope.
Well, you never know. Maybe that player has something extra. He could be a draftee they picked up.
Maybe. I don't know. It could be. I think he might be a tight end, maybe. He looks like he's rather large for a wide receiver, right?
Think they don't have enough wide receivers?
Well, or either that or else he's a large wide receiver, but...
He gets the carry.
I couldn't get off my guy fast enough. Oh, fumble. Don't give up on the play.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I think they're probably going to overturn that one anyway.
Yeah, probably. They're challenging it before I even can have an opportunity to have an input here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a fumble anyway. I agree with that. I agree with that challenge. I don't think that's a fumble. Right? When the ground causes the fumble like that and he's already in the grasp, that means he's down, right?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned. No timeout will be charged to.
Yeah, that's no surprise.
So he takes advantage of the option to challenge the play, and it pays off. You bet.
And now they're going to the pass. Immediately.
Well, you never know. They run out of single back formation sometimes too, but...
No, it's like 2nd and inches. They're passing.
The quarterback gets set with only
well, if you look at the tendency, yes, I would say they probably are passing.
With the pass, on the money. Connell picks up just enough to convert. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary.
Oh, now they got a full house formation going on out there.
Well, they can be out there in their full house, and I'm going to come out in a cover 4. You know, a nice conservative run defense like the cover 4.
Yep. I don't know. I find the vanilla version of the full house formations to be absolutely terrible because the running backs start so deep in the backfield they have to run like an extra, you know, an extra
2.5 yards.
2.5 yards before they can even make it back to the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah, they just weren't designed right.
You know, like it's quite difficult for an offensive line to hold those blocks for that extra little bit of time, right? Ooh, look at that.
Floyd makes the tackle at the
Well, that's why we've got our linebackers out there to help out.
Yeah.
Pick up some good yardage.
Well, that would have limited it to a short gain, but that broken tackle, I guess, added a few yards onto that.
Ball right around midfield. The corners move up to play this one tight. Closing in with the throw. Diving tackle at midfield. Connor caught it short.
Well, I'm happy with that result.
Yep.
Although they technically crossed midfield. You want to be technical about it.
Yeah.
Because that line of scrimmage is like an inch or two past midfield. Wow, their punter is terrible today. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, he was probably trying to aim that one out of bounds and missed, right?
Well, his previous punt was terrible too.
Yeah.
Calling an audible. Give it to the halfback.
Well, I had just enough speed to outrun that guy that got the penetration there.
Football's all about.
4-yard gain on the play. They need 6.
Or maybe it was his acceleration. Because Gaines has pretty decent acceleration.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Roberts isn't as fast, but we'll see if the blocking holds up.
Hands it off to the fullback.
Yep.
Wow, it was the pulling lineman who made that play.
There's no pulling lineman in that play, though.
No? No. Take a look at that again, though. That was a lineman out there.
Yeah, number 66, the tackle there.
Yeah, he's getting in that guy's way over and over and over again. I mean, he's not really blocking him, but he's in the way.
Well, I think what happened, though, what went right here is that the guard got the defensive end here, right? Which means that this guy becomes responsible for a linebacker or whoever it is that's supposed to be out here.
Yeah, he just starts running to the left. Maybe he's trying to run at the safety. You never know, but he just starts running to the left, and then this happens, right?
Yeah.
He blocks him with his ass.
Yeah,
and then he blocks him with his,
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what?
He made that play, though.
Some blocking was done, okay?
Unconventional tactics were used.
Yes, well, like I said, some blocking happened, so I guess it's not so bad, right?
Changing the play now. Number 6 sends a man in motion. Hands it off.
Okay, but no, they made up for it on this play where no blocking was done, right?
Yeah, now you're going to have to throw a pass or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it really pays off when you make stops like
Oh,
that.
I guess that's the end of the first quarter.
And we're ready to start the second quarter.
Well, you could always give a
And long coming up here.
another stretch run to Anthony Gaines there.
No, I'm going to throw the flat pass to White.
Dropping back, throwing. He hits his receiver.
Because he's going to turn this into a touchdown.
Again, it's that speed.
Yep.
Same thing as what we saw in the replay.
Well, you know what? I value speed, that kind of speed with wide receivers the way that you do with running backs, right?
Well, I guess it makes your offense explosive, right? It makes my offense consistent, and it makes your offense explosive.
Yeah. Well, when you look at it, though, in those games where I am able to have some success running the ball, my offense tends to be kind of a slow, plodding thing where I pick up 3-4 yards per carry kind of thing.
Yep.
Whereas when you run the ball, your average per carry tends to be between 6 and 10, depending on how good a day you're having, right? But for me, what happens is that if the
From the 2-yard line.
AI team...
Oh my God.
That's a fumble.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Wow.
These guys are falling apart.
But anyway, like I said, if a team is going to line up, that was Holman that got the forced fumble there too. If a team is going to line up and put 10 and 11 guys on the line and not allow me to run, I want those players on offense that can, like make them pay, right?
Yeah.
And it's up.
And if they're going to do dumb shit like that, and they don't seem to be able to make any adjustments for it, like if they had any kind of true AI, like any kind of floating intelligence type AI running their team, then they would stop. Oh, look at that! I just kicked it out of bounds. They would stop doing the man lock thing with the corners pulled in. They'd play zones or they'd leave the corners out wide, and they would stop crowding the line, right?
Yep.
Because when you give up a 67-yard touchdown pass, okay, whatever that defense that you had on the field was, it's crap. It failed, okay? That is a spectacular failure. And with a team like this that has a defensive rating the way that these guys do, there's absolutely no way that I should be able to shred them like I have so far in this game, right?
He gets the carry. Hank is the guy who's there to bring him down.
Well, I have to say the offensive line on their side, though, has done a good job today overall, especially in the run game.
Yep. Well, that's the thing, though, right? Is that when things go wrong for them, it's because they don't stick with it. See, he's trying to pass again now, right? Run the ball again. It's second down and short. Run the ball, and if you make it, great, and if you don't make it, well, then throw your pass on third down, right?
Well, you never know. Maybe they have coaching issues. I don't remember who was coaching these guys, but maybe they just don't blend well. Well, I had the spy out there, but he didn't react fast enough.
Yeah, well, he also, that was a generous spot there, too, I think. Right.
Should have had two spies out there.
Right there, he takes it for a big first down.
So now we got two out there. Oh my God! Even I got blocked out. What the hell was that stretch? Man,
everybody's getting blocked out there.
He just exploded towards the marker that time.
That was crazy.
Yeah, well, like I said, these guys, they've had success running the ball. Where they run into trouble is when they stop running the ball, right? Like they should, if they're having this kind of success running the ball, they should just not stop, right?
Hey, they can stop running whenever they want.
Like don't throw passes. Don't throw a pass unless it's, if I had the kind of running game that these guys have, I would not throw a pass unless it was absolutely necessary.
Why the hell did he pull that down and try to scramble?
I don't know, because he's a scrambling quarterback.
He'll make 2 or 3 plays like that.
More like flighty.
Well, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Did I manage to get a really good jam on that play? Yeah, looks like almost everybody except the flat pass guy got jammed.
And we go back to the game.
But yeah, it's a design problem, right? It's a game design problem.
Stopping them on third down. Running with purpose. Seymour records the tackle at the 22.
Wow.
One heck of a play.
Well, they're finally moving the ball.
Third down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
On the ball. Floyd stops him.
Well, they didn't have much success on that run play, though.
No.
Couldn't even get out of the backfield.
But they didn't lose. That was the fullback, I think they handed that to. That didn't look like Waters.
Getting upfield quickly, creating havoc in the backfield. Misdirection plays and draws can be a good way to use their speed and aggressiveness against them.
With the pass.
Throwing it underneath the double deep zone.
Yep, that's okay though. Now you can call on your selection of short pass defenses now. You don't need to worry about them throwing it over your head or anything. I would say that what you need to worry about here more than likely is the possibility that they might run the ball and score a touchdown on the ground, right?
Looking to run it here. Throws one up in the end zone.
No, it was out of bounds. It was out the back. Oh, they're going to challenge it.
They're going to challenge it. The worst part is I had 2 deep zones there, but they both kind of froze on the play fake.
1 foot. No, I think that's
he
a
got
catch.
both of them.
Yeah, I think he got them both.
Yeah.
There's the right foot. There's the left foot. Yeah, he got them both.
Yeah, they just both froze on the play fake there, and
yeah.
I don't know. You can't stop that when they freeze on the play fake like that. So I guess they got their touchdown after all. I've been terrible about giving up touchdowns.
Davis comes in to attempt the point after.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, this is why teams that we play against should run the ball more than they do, because these guys have run the ball so far at least, I'll bet you, close to 10 times, right? Like, their play selection seems to be about 50-50. And, when a team has success running the ball, well, then, like, it seems like it should be more likely that play action would work, right?
Number 6 sends a man in motion. Hand it off to the back. Bird with the tackle.
I was waiting for that fullback to get out there, but he just couldn't quite get out there far enough.
Yeah, it might have just been better to try to force your way upfield and fall forward.
Well, I still picked up 4, though, so that's okay.
4 or 5 yards per play is what they're going to need.
Looking to run it here.
Ha!
Solid hit. Just crunched it.
And the thing is, when you get hit like that, it's like having a bumblebee.
Well, now I guess you're going to
to
get your 3rd down pass in.
I managed to pick up a yard anyways.
Into the secondary.
They need 5.
Look at this.
Number 6 with a man in motion.
3rd down and 5. Why are you playing defense like that?
That's
Why?
a 1 deep scheme.
Why?
That's completely a 1 deep scheme.
Drops back.
Yeah.
Looking for an option.
Oh, it went out of bounds. If that had been
as a bullet.
If that had been an accurate pass, that was a touchdown too. Right?
Can't lock in on one guy and try and force it to him.
But it's amazing that you managed to even throw that out of bounds, considering you're on this hash mark.
Yeah. Well, I thought I had room, right?
Here's the kick.
But that's going to be a pretty good punt.
This one goes out of bounds.
That's about a 40-yarder or so, little over 40 yards with no return, so that's okay.
They line up in the I formation. Number 7 sends a man in motion. Press coverage on the outside. Looking upfield.
Hey, look at that.
At the 31-yard line.
I actually managed to break off my guy early for once.
Yep, you defended the run.
Get into that groove and be able to make the big run in the second half.
Waters lines up behind his fullback in the I. With the pass.
Well, somehow he got away from the flat guy there.
Well, that one actually, I think, was a wide receiver flat.
Oh, okay.
And I think that was the outside receiver running the flat. So there's really nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Not unless you line up a corner out there.
Yeah.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat.
Which is something I do once in a while. You don't like to do that, though.
No.
You keep your drive going. You keep their defense on the field.
No, I don't like to play corner flats because I don't like to not have those guys covering the fastest receivers on the field.
Yeah. Whereas I will play those sometimes because I have a little more aggressive philosophy. And what I'm hoping is to get a jam.
He showed great speed and getting to the quarterback there. Great effort that time, John. He's
See?
clearly one of the best
They stop running the ball and they're in trouble, right?
Playing for a while now. Let me tell you. He might never.
You've already sacked this guy 3 times with Greg May.
Waters, the deep man. With the throw, swings it out.
I was aiming for a fourth there.
Is the guy
Yep.
who's there to bring him down at the 49-yard line.
Well, he managed to throw it sideways for a couple.
Midfield.
Wowee!
Wow.
What? Oh, that was probably a screen, right?
Yeah, that's a screen.
Yeah, and so all the linemen went and decided to pull on the screen, and they just kind of left their quarterback hanging there.
Wow. Okay.
Some of these plays, the way they're designed, are just broken, though, right?
Well, I mean, also, too, as a strong D team, they're still not going to have, like, the best quality offensive line, right?
Yeah.
First and 10. Houston goes in motion.
It looks like a zone defense.
Hand it off. Bird takes him down at the 16. And they go with the defense with the run.
Okay, well, we got some positive yards there, I guess.
To give him on the ground out there.
It's second down and 8 to go. Dropping back. Gets the pass off.
Oh, I hit him right in the hands with it, too.
So he can't come up with it.
He was
Sometimes
wide
when the ball
open.
is right at you, you think about running after the catch before you even catch it.
Well, let's see what we can do here. Ooh.
The visiting team come out with 3
Oh,
down.
there he is. There's the man coverage guy there. Right?
Drops back. Looking for a receiver. Gets rid of it.
And there's John Mike Houston, Mark II, catching the long pass.
Well, you had John Mike Houston, Mark III, on the other side, who was in the exact same position.
Yep.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little.
But again, that's a bonehead call, right? Like, why would you do that? Why would you crowd everybody up like that on third down and long? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Number 6 with a man in motion. Give it to the halfback, running with purpose.
Nice.
Moves him down at the 44, about 7 yards there.
Yeah, I used the little bit of fullback motion there just to draw a defender out of the middle, right?
They need
Yep.
about 3.
Especially because if they're playing a man lock like that. But here, we're probably going to turn this into a touchdown. If White catches this, it'll be a touchdown, probably.
Gets the pass off. He hits him.
Oh, no, he managed to play the correct angle that time, right?
Yeah, I guess he started running upfield early.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, a lot of this, too, is how the defensive players, like how the computer chooses the pursuit angles for these defensive players.
Yep.
And if they chose the correct pursuit angles, even on a pass like this, you shouldn't pick up more than 5 or 6 yards, right?
At the 30. He was really hit hard on that one.
I don't know what the hell happened there. What happened to that guy?
I don't know. He
Wow.
decided that he wanted to go into the middle of the field. He's like, it's really nice out here, coach.
Yeah, who are you covering there, buddy?
Let's get back to the action.
Maybe he's a rookie or something, and he's like, fucking up all over the place, right? Because he's the guy that I think got beat for the long touchdown earlier, right?
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
He's the guy who's not going to be on the team at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Calling an audible.
He might not even be on the field in the next game.
Breaking free. He makes the tackle.
Honestly, if it were me, he wouldn't be on the field in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have already. You don't have much patience for that kind of thing. You would have already benched him.
That's right.
Yep.
Inside the 18 to convert for the first down.
After doing that.
Number 6.
Are they seriously going to bring a safety blitz here?
Yeah,
Really?
they're bringing a safety blitz, and that's a
Really?
one deep scheme.
Wow.
I guess they're counting on the sideline.
Looking for a receiver.
No, they actually dropped off in a cover 3 there.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah,
So
it was
they- so they
safety
were-
in both corners.
So they were faking the safety blitz there.
I mean, they might have still sent the safety, but they had a cover 3 coming, right?
They have first and 10 here.
I don't know. I wasn't particularly paying attention to the safety on that play once I saw him crowded the line. I was mostly just focused on what kind of coverage they had.
Oh, come on.
Lose the ball in the backfield and the
Yeah.
And I can't challenge it because it's inside 2 minutes.
yeah.
That's cheap. That's cheap.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's first and 10.
Oh,
the
look,
booth
there's
will
a
do
booth.
it.
Okay.
They're calling for time, and I think it's because they want to review it.
And since we're in the last 2 minutes, that's a call that came down from the booth.
And we'll take a few looks to determine whether the ball came out.
Yeah, his
before
ass hit the ground.
was down.
Literally.
The key thing here is that the ball started to come out before his knee was down. If it did, then it should be counted as a fumble.
I know I can't see when the ball starts to come out.
I think his ass hit the ground.
Well, whatever. It's out of our hands anyway.
After a ruling play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
Yeah, okay.
Told you so. But now remember, you're going to have less time. They're going to fuck you at a time. Oh, no, they didn't fuck you at a time this time.
Put in
No,
the
they
right
didn't.
ball.
That's
How about
amazing.
that?
There, it was wrong. And now it's right.
You've managed to avoid the delay of game plague.
Gaines in motion. Drops back. He's looking. Fires it out to the left. Turn. He has it. McFarland brings him down at the 9.
Oh, he didn't make it out of bounds.
Really regarded as one of the most accurate passes in the league, and with passes like that, you know why.
Yeah, you know what? When he lets it go, he's not trying to throw it in the direction of his receiver. He's trying to hit him right in the hand. Put the ball right at their fingertips, and most of the time he does it.
Looking for a receiver. Rolls right. Throwing.
Oh, man, you should have just thrown it to Gaines in the flat there.
I should have, yeah. Oh, well. That's okay. This was destined to not be a touchdown anyway. I mean, they pulled every little trick out of the book, including a skipped block, right?
You know, if you kick it high, it takes longer to get there.
Oh, well, that's okay.
The home team are lined up.
Yeah, when I'm in these situations and I got to kick a field goal with a couple seconds on the clock, I kick them high.
Yeah, well, they still would have had time to return this kickoff and probably run a play anyway.
Booming kick down.
But at least I managed to keep the kickoff in play. I've already kicked my kickoff out of bounds for this game.
Defense did a very good job against them the last time they had possession, forcing a punt. First and 10.
Oh, I see Ronald Grimm out there on the field.
They give it to the halfback. Soto brings him
Yeah,
down
I'm basically just going to
at the
give them a
24-yard
run play here.
Yep. Well, that'll do it for the first half.
7-7.
Time for the halftime stretch.
Time for the halftime stretch, so here we go.
And we're back.
Yes, and in the first half, the Kitties actually had the ball for 6 minutes longer than us.
Back to the field.
Yeah, we're really not playing the possession game today.
No, well, I'm trying, but every time I go out there to play offense,
You score.
I score right away.
From the
Or
3.
it seems that way. And also the fact that you scored a defensive touchdown.
Will
right? Well, or actually, we scored a special teams touchdown, I guess.
Coaching has a lot to do with
But they keep doing this kind of crap, right?
Yeah, they really haven't changed up their strategy at all.
No, not really.
I guess at halftime they talked to the coach and he said he was going to do more of the same because he thought it was really successful.
Yep.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out because he just got decked.
Yeah, I simply don't remember the Kitties playing this badly in previous seasons.
Well, you can look at the stats there, right? And I'm well on my way to a 300-yard passing game again, right?
Maybe even a 400-yard one.
Well, I would say that once we have built up a large enough lead, then probably the passing yardage will drop off. Oh, that guy managed to cover that distance. Did you see that?
Yep. Well, you got to remember, they do still have some of the highest quality caliber individual personal defensive personnel.
Yeah.
Here's what both teams have done on third down.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense.
That's okay. You might be able to throw the flat pass to Clement.
With the throw,
Or a square out at least, right?
is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 40-yard line.
But the thing is that the crazy thing is it's not like I'm not trying to run, because statistically my run to pass ratio has been pretty balanced in this game. You know, like I've made 15 pass attempts and I've roughly run the ball the same number of times.
Yep.
Hudson goes in motion. Give it to the halfback. Big hit on the ball carrier.
Now, when you talk about getting unloaded on, that's what happened here. He just got unloaded on.
They're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. I have the speed guy in.
Hand it off to the back.
Okay, except nobody bothered to block the safety there, but, you know, okay.
Gain for the offense here in the second half.
This is one of those guys
Yards are yards.
play better as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, I managed to pick up some positive yards
I
anyway.
expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
They've executed very well on third down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment.
Okay.
Looking for an option, throws on the run, and this pass is completed.
Hey, ref, why are you facing the other way?
He didn't see that face mask, I guess.
Yeah, not only that, but he took a couple steps away from that after.
Yeah, it's like, nope, didn't see anything. Nothing to see here.
Looks like he's changing the play.
Well, I'm just going to change to a pass right now.
Dropping back, surveying the field with the throw,
And you're going to make it.
So they're able to pick up another first down.
This offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
It's 1st and 10.
Well, look at that. Like, he's got 3 catches for 80 yards, right? I mean, that pretty much says everything. Oh, he just shoved that blocker out of the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was a linebacker that did that. Damn. And it's not like the offensive line on the Lifers are weak.
He anticipates, closes, then pulls.
Basically, every lineman on the line has over 90 strength.
That's okay. They
I bet
they don't want to allow any running in this game, right?
I bet you that linebacker is also a Brad Doss quality player, too.
Probably.
Gets the pass off. He hits.
Well, they tried to play the flat zone out there, but that guy was maybe just not quite fast enough.
Wow, look at that, eh?
Even the receiver
Wow, they gave you the shit spot, too.
Yeah, they did. They gave me the shit spot, but what can you do?
Can hang on to as it goes by.
Nice job so far on third down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. Dropping back with the throw, and he makes the grab. Big pop.
Wow, that linebacker really didn't play that well.
Tell you to watch out because he just
Nope.
got decked.
They convert for the first down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
Well, John Mike Houston's got 100 yards now.
Calling an audible. Gets the call. And he stopped at the
That actually went better than I expected.
That just goes to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
Got to even up that time of possession a little bit, hey?
Well, you're doing all right here.
John is still trying to move the ball on the ground.
3 yards. You could run it.
Team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really
Well,
wears
depending
down
on
the
what they
interior
show
line.
me, I mean, I always start off calling a run
And we
play.
can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on third down. On the call.
Easy.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. You just get in behind
Yeah,
the
I haven't given the ball to Martin yet this game, so
That again is why you never ever I don't even have the goal line formation in my playbook in this game.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I've
crap
never-
against the run.
I've never used the plain ordinary goal line either, and like even when in my monster defense where I heavily used formations based on the goal line, they were those formations are heavily modified, right?
Yep.
Because if you commit totally to stopping the run to one side, they can run to the other side and burn you. And if you try to stop the run up the middle, they can run to either side and burn you.
Run a bunch of plays and then end up with a touchdown.
And if you try to stop a wide run to both sides, then they can run up the middle and you can't stop them, right? Like, it's just, there's too many holes. And that defense, even though it looks stout and intimidating, just doesn't seem to work the way that it was intended, I don't think.
Yeah, and I really think it's probably a Madden thing rather than anything else.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure in real life, like if you watch goal line defenses, you see a lot of defenders in three-point stances. Like quite commonly, you'll see 5 or 6 guys playing defensive lineman type positions, right?
It's hard to have consistent success without
Wow, look at him running around out there.
Yep.
To the strong side of the defense, no less.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They've had they are pretty balanced as well. Like their run to pass selection has been very even in this game. And Mickey Sellers has actually completed 13 of 17 passes against you so far.
Wow. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, wow, look at him run.
Jamie Boston back there.
Saving the touchdown, yep.
The offense won the battle on the line of scrimmage, and they blew the defenders right off the line. I'll tell you, when your guys up front are playing this well, running the ball is a whole lot easier.
Well, that's definitely something they need to keep doing. I mean, even though they're falling behind here a little bit. You know, like they're making yardage, and they're making yardage as fast as they would passing anyway, right?
Consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Which is why I can't figure out why they don't run the ball more than they do, like teams that
dropping back, throwing, comes up with it. Seymour pulls him down.
And that's such a short pass that they might as well have run the ball anyway.
Grab like that, the quarterback will always look in your direction.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. A little over 4 to go.
See, now what they need to do is they need to run right up the middle. They need to run off tackle or inside.
Oh, my flat zone guy got taken in by the...
He bit on the play fake, so... That still is, look at how close he was to getting sacked there too, though, right? Like, that's a high-risk way to get a first down.
tightening up the coverage along the outside. Going to the air on first down. With the
Oh, damn. Well, he was there to make the tackle anyways.
Yep. Well, the man covering him did his job. I think the guy jumping for it was a shorter defender, right?
Well, he was the flat zone guy to that side, but he was caught a little bit out of position doing the finger pointy thing prior to the play.
Oh, okay.
Vance goes in motion.
See, now they're abandoning the run, and they're in trouble, right? It's so weird because they run the ball to get to where they are now, mostly. And then they drop back and try and throw a pass and take a sack, right?
Yep.
The quarterback is back in the shotgun. Pressure with the pass.
Well, you know, safety, you might have been playing that with a bit of a big cushion there, don't you think?
It's a floater for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure first down.
Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. Out of the shotgun. Pass play here on first down. Flings it to the outside. And he makes the grab. Vance gets hammered as soon as he makes the catch.
Oh, they actually gave him a yard for that, hey?
I guess they're feeling generous today.
Yep.
To the left.
Vacuum block.
Yep, saw that suction block in there.
So a pickup of maybe 3. They'll have to get to the 12 to convert. They'll play things tighter on the outside.
I'll bet they'll go on fourth down here if they don't make a first down here.
Probably.
They get the call again. Alford takes him down at the 15. Just about
Unsurprising.
And this is the 12th play of this drive. So they need about 3.
That being said, though, that first down play where they gained a yard on the pass, they probably should have run the ball there too, right? I'm pretty sure they would have done better. But now that this is the smart way to play this, right? Don't try a toss, don't try a pass, just run it right up the middle. Right?
Defense needs to make a play if they're going to keep these guys out of the end zone.
That was actually a very good call, I think, and one of the biggest flaws to the computer-controlled offenses is that they don't do that kind of thing enough. Well, broke a tackle. Wow.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about
they're trying.
Yep.
And I'm trying to stop them.
Well, you know what though? They need to keep doing that. As far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't throw another pass here on this drive.
The visiting team, 34-7. The visiting team.
Now they got, what the hell's that? 2 tight ends and 3 running backs?
Apparently.
I don't think there is a formation. Oh no, Jumbo T.
You think they're out there in the Jumbo T big?
Well, they might have sent that formation out. They might audible it to something else, but that's the only formation that has, yep, it's the Jumbo T.
And he'll get the call.
And look at them go.
43. At the 1-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play.
See? They should run the ball again here. They should run a dive play of some sort right up the middle and just pound it in.
This one very tight.
Because if they try to do anything else, they're dead. Yep, they did it, right?
Yep. They ran me all the way down the field.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good.
Yeah, I would say that this score here is not their offense's fault. I think their offense has played quite well.
Their defense is playing terrible.
Their defense has been awful, right? Like their play selection on defense has been just absolutely terrible.
We could see some of the backup offensive players coming in here.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We might see some of the backup offensive players coming in here, but first we're going to see if we can try and run the ball a little bit again here.
He sees something in the defense. Hudson, the man in motion. Gains.
Well, you bounce around in there a little, but you managed to break free.
Yep.
9-yard gain. One yard to go.
Yeah, wow, look at that. 106 rushing yards and 108 passing yards. That's as balanced as it comes.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that he hasn't been having a bad day passing either, right?
Well, and also isn't mostly him picking up the rushing yards either.
Roberts. Looks like he just made it past the marker. Big guy got the goal.
And the thing that got him past the marker was a great blocking up front. Those guys did a heck of a job that time.
You see that? They still have the time of possession advantage.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Mossling with the stop at the 45.
There, hit the gap that time.
Punishing run by the fullback.
That's what he can do to you. You can't bring this guy down with an arm tackle. You got to swarm him. Get him from all sides, and then just take him to the ground.
2nd and 2 coming up here. Hudson moves in motion. They'll go with a run once again. Swain is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 47-yard line. Gain has gained enough for another first down, his 2nd of the drive. 1st and 10.
And I mean, you know what? Yeah, I had a little bit of success running the ball there a couple of times. But
looks like he's changing the play.
Really, when you think about it, they should have been playing defense more this way right from the start, right?
Yep.
Because sooner or later, somebody will make a play like that guy there, right? You know, like to limit the game. And if you're up against a team that wants to run the ball and you stop them for 2 or 3 yards on the run play, well, chances are I'm going to try to run the ball again. And if you stop me for 2 or 3 yards on that play, well then, you know, you at least get an opportunity to try and make a stop on 3rd down, right?
He'll get it again. Just won't go down. Gets away.
Look at him lumber through the middle, man.
Yep, just pounding it in there.
Oh, he's tired.
He's tired. Okay, well that changes things then. We'll maybe try a little of this. Haven't had much success doing this today, but
consistent success on
yeah, maybe over to the left, maybe.
Usually translates into a win.
Oh. Okay, looks like a zone defense.
We're counting on you, White. Snap it, snap it, snap it. Yes.
Oh, no blocking, right? That
No
was
blocking.
that was a non-block right there.
They're not just going to give up on the run, no matter how.
You see that?
Yeah,
Right?
he just didn't block that guy.
Yeah, like you were talking about this guy ass blocking earlier in this game. Well, he just didn't block anybody there, right? And the guy that he should have blocked that he didn't
was running into him.
Was running into him.
He's like, "Can I get past you, buddy? Sorry, buddy."
But he's also the guy who ultimately made the tackle in the backfield.
You know,
right?
maybe that linebacker just said, "Excuse me" at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
They bumped into each other and said, "Excuse me, sorry."
I think the problem is that was Clint, probably.
Not much hang time on this one.
Oh, beauty. Pin him deep.
A fortuitous bounce and land inside the 10-yard line.
You know, like that's the kind of thing, though, that you hate to see. Like, if that guy had actually made a move or flattened the blocker or otherwise did something to...
again, the flat zone guy bit.
Yeah. You know, if he'd have made some kind of a play and stopped that play for a small loss or no gain, I would have been able to accept that in good grace, right? But just the fact that there was no blocking whatsoever, like he was just unblocked, wow. That was really close to being a sack there.
pass rush almost got to him.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set it.
See, they should have run the ball on 2nd and 3, for sure.
Well, they're out there playing 4-down football, so
Yep.
I guess we'll see how much it matters.
Steps up, throws it.
Well,
I've got man coverage and 3 deep zones out there. I don't know.
no, that was all about the protection there, right?
That's exactly what you're going to get.
The corners move up to play this one tight. They give it to the halfback. Brown makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. Waters did a nice job on that run.
If the defense keeps
See, Waters is going to have a 100-yard rushing game, right?
They'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
Or close to it.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. They line up in the I formation. Hands it off. Pick pulls him down.
Well, I guess they're not calling any penalties today.
Nope.
There are no penalties to be called today.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good.
Ref goes, I don't know. I didn't see anything out there.
Yep. And then you notice he's wearing those big, round, dark glasses. Oh, look at that. He outran the flat guy.
Yeah, well, I called the wrong play there. I had the curl flat out there instead of the hard flat.
Yeah.
That was my bad. But I didn't want to audible away because everything else was about right on that play.
What they're doing and put an end to this drive.
They'll go from the I formation. Closing in with the pass. Pick makes the tackle at the 37-yard line. Excellent gain on 1st down.
These guys are just out
Toss to the fullback over the middle on the circle.
Under pressure, throws it. Pass falls in.
Trying to snap it before everybody's in position or what?
Yep, that's what he tried to do. They need to run the ball now, for sure.
9th play of this drive.
Because I would say that if they run the ball, then they've got a 90% chance of making a 1st down. If they pass, okay, well, they got lucky there, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, there was really tight coverage there.
Yeah, their chances are considerably poorer if they try to throw a pass.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Coming out in the full house again.
And they were probably lucky that they didn't take a sack there or something like that.
Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Throwing short to his left.
Whoa.
The incomplete pass bringing up 2nd down. And this is the 11th play of this drive.
Because that's what happens, right? You drop back and you try to throw a pass on 1st down and you throw an incomplete pass. And 2nd and 10 in this game is a hole, right? Like you're in kind of a deep hole then. Oh yeah, he
Nice.
finally fought his way past the block. Now they're in a really deep hole. Seems very likely that you're going to get a stop here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. The
Yeah.
home team doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. Pressure.
Yep.
And he's tackled
Could see
behind
that
the line.
coming. And now he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Now he's hurt. And they're going to try a field goal? Wow, that's a long field goal.
Yeah, my play selection defaulted to punt block.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they can kick a 55-yard field goal.
You never know. These strong D teams do have some of the best kickers in the league.
John, but it's a little surprising to see him in from this distance. And it's
No, that looks a little short.
Yep. He didn't have enough leg to get there. But you see what I mean, right? As soon as they abandon the run, they're in trouble. It's just how it is.
Yeah, well, I started basically coming out in the 3-3-5 and lining up on their strong side over and over, trying to shut down the run. Because normally what I do is I play exclusively to the offense's weak side, right?
Yep.
But I started just lining up everybody on the strong side all the time. Just trying to shut down that run. And when I started doing that, that's when they started going back to the pass. But even without a strong pass rush, it's not like my coverage schemes are super weak against the pass. Like, you can still have some success defending the pass, even if your pass rush doesn't get there, right? And we ended up sacking him anyways.
Yep.
Gain of about a yard.
See, this is what I want. This is the way I want to play,
A
right?
little over 4 to go. And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far.
They've had a lot of third downs in this game.
Yeah, but they've managed to convert them though, right?
Yep. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think their offense played badly.
A fresh set of downs to work with.
Fires it out to the left. He hits his receiver.
Only that blitzer had the awareness to go,
Yeah, if he had the presence of mind to stick his hand up there, maybe he might have been able to bat that down or something. Yeah.
out for the game. Well,
Yep,
that's
he's
okay.
out for the game.
This game's probably over now anyways.
Oh, this game is effectively over.
Passing on first down. Surveying the field. And he hits his target.
Wow, that's a big hit on John Mike Houston there.
In the secondary.
I feel bad for him.
4 times tonight, his 4th
Hey, he's just out there earning his pay.
Ball on the 38-yard line. And this is the 5th play of this drive. Almost at the 2-minute mark now. Fifth play of this drive. About 6 to go. Again with the carry.
There, I just managed to run away from that guy who got the penetration there again.
Wow, that was a horrible spot.
Yeah, it was.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Under a yard to go. These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead.
Well, I foresee a run up the middle.
Changing the
You
play.
foresee a run up the middle? I think I foresee a run up the middle too.
Gets the call. Takes off the tackle. Dropped behind the line for a loss. Wow.
Oh, they called a timeout. Well, this is a 51-yarder. 52-yarder. Yeah, maybe we just won't bother to try and kick that. That's too far.
No, I don't trust Benson.
I already tried a field goal at this range with him and came up short. And it was like a reasonably well-kicked ball, too, right?
This one is shallow and short. He signals for a fair catch.
Boy, you should have let that bounce, man.
Yep, should have let it bounce. Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, wow, what are they coming out in now?
Well, I think they're going to come out passing now with only a minute left. I mean,
Giving some cushion on the outside.
they have no hope of a comeback now.
They'll go from the shotgun.
But that does not mean that they won't try.
Throwing on first down. Closing in.
Because Greg May has got to pile up the sacks. He's got 7 in this game.
Surveying the field with the pass. Incomplete.
Well, I think I'm just going to keep coming out in this now.
Might as well.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Seymour makes the play at the 14.
Well, they're going to go on 4th down here.
9 yards to go.
At least they're not coming out in like an empty formation.
Yeah. Well, they're probably going to use at least one of these guys as an extra blocker. Yeah.
They have to go for it. Rosen, Spoto, brings
Boy,
him
that
down.
looked like it was going to be a total failure, but he somehow managed to catch that even though it was
Pushing on
behind
the
him.
outside.
He's going to spike the ball here.
Spike stops the clock.
So you've got a chance to call something different.
I'm not going to call anything different.
Yeah, well, at this point, you've got the dime defense out there, right?
We're basically
Here.
playing prevent out there.
Yep, pretty much.
Dropping back under pressure.
And there's another one for Greg May.
Yep.
They can't block anybody. How do you give up
They
on
can't
that?
block anybody. Well, they can't block Greg May, that's for sure. Now they're going to line somebody up on his side of the field. And not even using the block.
Throw. Incomplete pass. Trying to convert through the air, but the
Well,
pass
now
is
it's 4th and 16. I don't think they've got much of a chance.
That's okay. We're going to come out in the dime defense there again. And we're going to play our prevent out there again. Everybody backed off 10 miles.
difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Throwing.
And we'll get some pass defense.
Yep. Well, you know what? Let's just bring out the big guys and
I think the most shocking thing was that they had that tight end on that side, and they knew Greg May was coming, and they didn't block him anyways. Didn't even try.
Going to the left. Gaines dives and brings him down at the 20-yard line.
okay, well, that was a run for no gain.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
Might as well just let this run out.
Well, they were competitive on offense, but
Yeah, their defense played absolutely terrible.
Game is presented by the authority of the National Football
yeah, that was probably
League.
one of the worst defensive outings that we've seen in a while.
Well, from a strong D team at least, they should have played better than that.
This is Al Michaels. Tonight,
Well, you just got the unofficial record again.
Oh?
8 sacks in one game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll have to rename him Derek Thomas or something. So I managed 89 yards on the ground and almost 300 yards passing, but like I said, the passing yardage was going to drop off in the second half there.
Yep.
Playing with a big lead, I'm not going to throw passes if I don't have to. And I never really did get the time of possession thing turned around, but that's a reflection of them running the ball, right?
Yep.
Which is why this score was as low as it was, in spite of the fact that they gave up a special teams score, right? You know, this game is actually reasonably competitive. It's like 27-14 if they don't give up that score on the kickoff, right?
Yep.
Anyway, I had a pretty good quarterback rating. I was 16 of 21 for 272 yards and a long pass of 77 yards. And Gaines carried the ball 21 times for 67 yards. So they just weren't giving up much on the ground. But I almost had 2 100-yard receivers in this game. And they each made a touchdown, right?
Yep.
But there, you see that? 77 yards, 57 yards. Clement caught a 21-yarder. You know, like giving up big plays, right? On defense, they gave up big plays too. Because it's 27-14. If they don't give up those big plays, it might have been 20-14.
Could have been.
Right? You know, and that's why you shouldn't play that all or nothing style of defense where you line everybody up like that. Look at Greg May with 8 sacks. And Alford with 10 tackles and Sandman 99 with 8 tackles. So they were having some success on the ground. When you see a safety with a high tackle total like that, right? And I think Alford is the dime guy, isn't he? Or is he the nickel guy? I think he's the nickel guy.
I can't remember now.
So anyway, when you see these two players here having those high tackle totals, well, they were obviously having some success. Yeah, Holt got a sack today too. They were having some success.
So they did credit me for that
on
sack.
the ground. Yeah, they did. And you had only 7 pass knockdowns, and Holman forced the fumble, which was recovered by Dave Burton, who ran it in for a touchdown. So he did absolutely well. He got a tackle too, right? He did that touchdown saving tackle on that one running play that almost got away on you.
Oh, I thought that was Jamie Boston. Was it Burton out there?
Oh, maybe it was Boston. But anyway, other than that, it was a very unexceptional game. And then Alex McDaniels was 2 of 6. But look at the day this guy had, right? He completed 3/4 of his passes.
Yeah, he was basically unstoppable out there.
And 182 yards and a touchdown. But you didn't give up any big plays, right?
Yep.
You know, like they were willing to play that run and short pass possession style game, right?
Yeah, I think even that 19-yard pass, that was a completion into double coverage.
Yeah. And then look at this guy, 22 carries, right? They ran the ball, 27 times. Well, 25 times, I guess. These two were scrambles. So he picked up 12 yards, right? And they actually only had 2 drop passes in all of that too, right? So
very reliable receiving group.
Yep. This should have been a much closer game than it was, but their defense
is terrible.
It played bad, and it wasn't because they have bad players either, because this guy is always a Pro Bowl player in the linebacker, and that guy frequently is also a Pro Bowl player. I recognize some of these guys' names, right?
Yep.
And they just should not have given up that many big plays. And that's all about play selection, right? They only punted 4 times, which is a something that tells you a little bit about how their offense played today too, right?
Yeah, anyway, they were very consistent on the third down statistics.
Yeah. Who's the player of the game? It's Greg May. Of course. That was a no-brainer. With 8 sacks. So, yeah, he is a menace. I think he also now probably leads the league in sacks.
We'll have to see if we can get him more.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for this week.
Until next time.
I'm Sandman99.
And I'm RecV5. Have a good one.